We are starting with the topic or essay topic of the essay, and it's gender discrepancy in India. So the entire essay is on how gender discrepancy is followed, what is gender discrepancy, how it affects the society, and how it can be curbed, and through that we can learn what are the factors that contribute to gender discrepancy in India. Basically, let's start with the first paragraph of the essay. The difference in treatment of a person based on their gender that places them at a disadvantage and prevents them from accessing opportunities open to other members of society is known as gender discrimination. So basically here we are defining what gender discrimination is. It's a situation wherein a person gets positioned or placed based on his gender, and it gives them a disadvantage, that is, it prevents them from getting opportunities which is otherwise available to other members of the society. It means based on their genders, based on their caste, a certain group of people are prohibited from accessing opportunities which is otherwise available to other members of society. Most societies practice gender discrimination, with males typically holding higher positions in social, economic, and political hierarchies. Here we want to say is that in a society where gender discrimination gets followed, males are holding higher positions with respect to the political hierarchies, economic and social strata. So basically here we are going to tell what gender discrimination is, how it gets followed, what happens in a society that follows gender discrimination. Okay, you can also write in your own words when you know what you want to convey. So when you are starting with this essay, you have to tell what gender discrimination is. Then you need to tell what happens in a society that follows gender discrimination, malpractices like gender discrimination. And gender discrimination has persisted more than 20 years. It is still a problem today. It is not a new thing that we are seeing. Okay, so it has been there for more than 20 years, and it still continues to be a problem these days. Students will comprehend how gender discrimination affects our society and constricts women's potential after reading this essay on the topic. So what's the outcome, or what's the thing that you can learn, that is how gender discrimination is affecting our society and how it stops women from maximizing their potential, from making the most of the opportunities available. So as we know, in this first paragraph we are knowing what is gender discrimination, then we know what happens in a society that practices gender discrimination. Then we are going to know that gender discrimination has been there for more than 20 years, so it's not a new thing. And ultimately, you don't need to say this thing, it can be omitted. Here we will learn how gender discrimination affects the society and prevents women from maximizing their potential. Now, the second part of the essay is what are the factors that contribute to gender discrepancy. Basically, we will know what are the factors that affect, that lead to gender discrepancy. So basically we will tell what are the factors that contribute to gender discrepancy in India. Okay, It's a subheading that you can add or include to the essay to make it better understandable, to make it worth reading. Women's labor is undervalued and is not given any credit. Basically, whatever contributions a female does to the society, it's undervalued. What does the word undervalue means? It's not getting that value that it should get, that it deserves, and ultimately it does not even get any credit. Fine. It's believed that the primary responsibilities of female are to take care of the home and raise the family. So basically, it's thought, it's thought by most that the primary responsibility of a lady is to take care of the home and raise the family. That is, raise the kids, look after the family members, take care of the home, and these are the primary responsibilities. Okay, so here in the second paragraph of the essay, we will tell like the contributions made by a lady to the society is mostly undervalued. It does not even get a credit that it should get. It also is believed that women are meant to take care of the home and raise the family. In most families, women take care of domestic tasks like cleaning, cooking, washing clothes, ironing, tailoring, taking care of kids. So basically, what happens is that in most families, in the societies that follow gender discrimination, malpractices like gender discrimination, in that in those societies there are some families where you know ladies, they need to take care of all the jobs, like they manage all kinds of jobs, including cooking, including cleaning clothes, washing clothes, ironing clothes, tailoring, sewing and all, and also taking care of kids, which we can also mention in this line. Like raising the family means looking after the kids, also taking care of kids. Men, on the other hand, work outside and in offices to support themselves. Men, on the other hand, they are getting the privilege, they can work outside and also in offices to provide financial support. That means they are having something, they have the liberty, they are allowed to work outside. Also, that means out of home and also in offices, so that they can offer support. Despite making a half of the human population, most societies give women a small role in public life. Basically, although the human population has 50% ladies and 50% men, or the society does not actually give women a significant role. Women, they have to remain content with a small role in public life, whatever contributions. So in this paragraph we are going to write like the contributions made by a lady to the society is not that, it is not given value, it does not get the value that it should get, and it does not get any credit. And it's a belief that females are born to take care of the family and take care of the home. In most families, you know women, they take care of the household jobs, wherein on the other side, men, they can work outside and in offices to support themselves. Although there are 50% of the human population consists of females, still then societies give women a small role in public life. Fine. Illiteracy is the main factor contributing to gender inequality. Basically, we are mentioning what? These are the factors contributing to gender discrimination in India. We have mentioned like women, they are not getting the value that they should get. They have to manage several other household jobs. They don't have the liberty to work outside. They have to remain content with a small role in public life. Now we are coming to the factor that contributes to gender inequality or gender disparity is illiteracy. Fine. Uneducated people still adhere to outdated practices in the names of customs and culture. That means they cling to certain rituals and also, you know, culture. They believe that it's a that they can do so. Actually, they forbid women from leaving the house and establishing their independence. They do what? They stop women from leaving their places and establishing or gaining a certain level of independence. It can alter women's people's mindsets by educating them. Basically, if females they get proper education, it will help change the mindsets of people. In addition to educating the populace, educating girls and women about their rights is important. So it's not just educating the mass population. Females and girls should know what rights they have, right? So they need to know these things. So basically we will tell that how gender disparity is followed and what are the factors that lead to gender disparity and what are the measures that can be taken to remove gender disparity in India. We will come to the next part of the essay, that is what are the measures that can be taken to remove gender disparity in India. What measures can the government take to remove gender disparity entirely from the society. So India is a patriarchal and male dominated nations where males they enjoy certain privileges that females cannot get. Therefore, we must create specific laws and regulations that support women receive equal treatment in society. It's our responsibility. It's the responsibility of the government to form certain laws and regulations that will support women, that will help women get equal treatment, so that ultimately gender disparity can be removed. Fine. To guarantee equal rights and opportunities for women in society, community and workplace, Indian government has introduced certain policies, programs and practices. Indian government is also playing a role, that can help remove gender disparity. Okay, through some programs, through some practices and policies also. These are three different terms. Programs means plan, like some agenda. Policy means with the help of certain rules and policies. Practices means some efforts to be made, to be executed, so that gender disparity can be ultimately removed. In addition, the preamble, fundamental rights and duties of Indian Constitution convey a strong call for gender equality and women's rights. So there should be some fundamental rights, and also the Indian Constitution has to play a role that will convey a strong call for gender equality. Okay, but what happens? What's the future? Fine. Despite although the government is taking its best efforts, gender discrimination is still there almost everywhere. Every citizen must combat gender discrimination wherever they see it. It's the responsibility of the citizens to combat gender discrimination wherever they find it, wherever it's followed. We ought to protect the girl child and rejoice in her birth. It starts with rejoicing, with protecting the girl child. Only then, as you protect the girl child and give her the rights, she can grow up, she can develop, ultimately turn to a successful lady. So only then India will completely outlaw the practice of female feticide. In that case, India has to outlaw or curb the practice of female feticide. There is some malpractice where knowing the knowing that it's a female child, the foeticide gets killed. So basically, the practice of female foeticide, it will also help outlaw the government, India nation, to completely outlaw the practice. A girl child needs to be educated and taught independence, like what the rights she has. She should know the rights she has, and she should get proper education. Whether it's a public space or the workspace, we should make the environment safe for girls and women. So basically, whether it's the workplace, whether it's the public place or the setting, the environment should be safe for ladies and women. Fine. Nowadays, women can be found in any you know field and industry. They are employed in various fields once thought unsuitable for women, including science, medicine, engineering, law, management, and it's the field. Like, what will happen if females, or there is gender equality, if females get the rights they deserve, they can be employed in almost every field and industry. And nowadays, women, they are enjoying roles. They can get employed in certain sectors like science, like medicine, engineering, which was thought unsuitable for women. There was a time when it was thought unsuitable for women, but ultimately ladies are getting the rights that they should exercise. Therefore, we have to increase the self-confidence and assist them in realizing the full potential. It's a responsibility of all to help ladies enhance their self-confidence and help them realize their potential. To help them work more easily, we should offer special services like maternity, childcare, and menstrual leave. So ultimately, ladies should get certain, leaves when they get in times of menstruation, in times of maternity. So that's the thing.